Fisher's Drawing Room Scrapbook 1835 Introduction by Letitia Landon. And has my heart enough of song to give these pictures lines, the poetry that must belong to what such art designs? The landscape and the ruined tower, the temple's stately brow, methinks I never felt their power as I am feeling now. For now I find in foreign scenes what foreign scenes can be, and truth the fancy intervenes to bring them home to me. A few short miles, a few salt waves, how strange a change there came, our lives as separate as our graves. Is then our kind the same? Yes, a thousand sympathies the general birthplace find, and nature has a thousand links to beautify and bind. I deeply felt that song should make one universal link, uniting, for each other's sake, all those who feel and think. The poet's lovely faith creates the beauty it believes, the light which on his footstep waits, he from himself receives. His lot may be a very lot, his thrall a heavy thrall, and cares and griefs the crowd know not, his heart may know them all. But still he hath a mighty dower, the loveliness that throws over the common thought and hour the colours of a rose, a loveliness like that sweet ray I marked this very morn, when the first smile of early day amid the east was born. Fair Paris caught the crimson hue, well may I call it fair with its pure heaven of softest blue, its clear and sunny air. Soft fell the morning hour each dawn, that rises mid the sky, and, conscious of the day to come, demand their place on high. Round the Pantheon's height was wrought a web of royal red, a glory as if morning brought its homage to the dead. And Notre Dame, old Gothic towers, were bathed in roseate bloom, as Time himself had scattered flowers o'er that mighty tomb. For tomb it is, those arches hide 6 centuries below, a world of faith and pomp and pride our days no longer know. The streets around wore those soft hues that flit on rosy wings, the meanest lane drank those pure dews the angel morning brings. They lasted not, too soon they soil, the common day began with all the grief, the care, the toil, that morning brings to man. But still it was a lovely light that vanished from the scene, 'twas much then passed away from sight to think that it had been. All things are symbols, and we find in this glad morning prime the actual history of the mind in its own early time. So to the youthful poet's gaze a thousand colours rise, the beautiful which as soon decays, the buoyant which as soon dies. So does not die their influence, his spirit owns the spell, memory to him is music, hence the magic of his shell. He sings of general hopes and fears, a universal tone, all weep with him, for in his tears they recognize their own. True that the weariness and woe the fair gift is won, and many a glorious head lies low, or half its race be run, and many a one whose lute hangs now high on the laurel tree feels that the cypress's dark bough a fitter home would be, and turns away for many a smile and many a word of praise, and with a lonely heart the while regrets the price he pays. For fame is bought by feverish nights, by sacrifice and pain, the fantasy of past delights still haunts the poet's strain. Though he may bid with charmed voice his own wild heart be still, and in lulled silent sleep his choice, it is not at his will. His fate is sought, and for that song do of glory track his way, a thousand hearts to him belong, won by his gentle lay. 'Tis his upon the landscape's bloom a deeper spell to cast, 'tis his beside the ruined tomb to animate the past. And let him think, if his own sphere to visionary seem, life's dearest joy and hope and fear, what are they each, a dream?